Hey folks, it's us, podcasting wonderkins John Bishop and Lucas Southworth.
Although this is a podcast about cars, it is not age appropriate for the target demographic of these films, as we usually end up talking about the reproductive organs of Lightning McQueen.
Alright, now let's take a look under the hood. Hello, I'm Lucas Southworth,
And I'm John Bishop,
and welcome to The Chat.
the only podcast brave enough to ask the question.
Hey, what's up with cars? That was maybe a bit too long of a pause there.
A little bit.
Tried to make it a little dramatic, but...
So Lucas, what are we talking about today?
Well, John, we've been talking about these movies for a long time now, and you and I were thinking, we're getting pretty good at, what makes a good Cars/Planes movie. This intimate knowledge we have of these movies, we thought we would do some work for Pixar/Disney and go ahead and write one for them.
Absolutely. I think it's about time that we, the one and only real true analytical podcast for the entire Cars universe, I think we finally need to take up the reins and just create our own.
Yeah, and let me tell you, I think it's time to pay the piper. I think I think this is how we start getting a cut,
Mm-hmm. When it's partially our IP, it'll be great.
Yeah, and then we can probably feel a little bit more comfortable about our copyright situation vis-a-vis this podcast.
Yep. Oh man, we should look into that at all.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people who do things like this, but who knows?
Oh yeah, and there are 500,000 Game of Thrones podcasts, Star Wars podcasts. There's the Gilmore guys. We're not the only ones who are making bank off of talking about movies and TV and whatnot.
I want to be on the Gilmore guys just because I used to watch that show a lot when I was younger.
Really? You wouldn't strike me as a Gilmore Girls kind of guy.
It's something I watched with my mother and grandmother.
Oh, nice. I just finished it with Liz maybe a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it. Didn't like the Netflix reboot.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so for our movie, John, do you think we should do I don't know, a Cars movie, a Planes movie? What do you think we should talk about for it?
We should talk about boats.
I thought you'd never ask, Johnny.
We're gonna do boats. You know who's underrepresented even when they're overrepresented? Boats.
That's true.
Cars 2, so many boats. Did any of them get good juicy rolls? No, they exploded, they had magnets, and they were really bad at recognizing when cars were on top of or inside of them.
John, I'm so glad you've brought this up because it is the perfect lead-in to our wiki quote of the day, or I don't know, probably a better title than that.
Yeah, let's hear this wiki quote of the day, or maybe, I don't know, something better than that.
You got it in one. All right, so today we are on pixar.fandom.com under Tony Tryholes, which
okay,
that name in and of itself could have maybe been the wiki quote, but it's not. Tony Tryhole is the aforementioned boat from Cars 2. And if you can't understand me, it's Hull, like the hull of a boat, not, try hole.
Not hole.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
I thought it was try holes, like 3 holes.
Let's see. We've got. Where do I want to start? As John mentioned, Tony gets blown up pretty good. But maybe you were thinking that he survived that. It's a kids movie. But under the quotes section of Tony's wiki page, it says, "Hurry, Professor. Tony's last words."
Oh no!
And further,
the squishy bit did not survive.
No, I don't think it did. But if you scroll down a little further, it shows you what categories this character is in, and he is in Cars 2 characters and deceased characters.
Oh no.
So
I knew
Tony's pretty
deceased was
dead.
coming. He's very dead. Man, why do
So
they have that category for cars?
well, this
Like,
one is deceased characters across the entire Pixar universe, but there are some cars in there.
okay. Yeah, good old Doc. Okay. Well, all right. So what this premise? What's the premise
Yes.
going to be of boats? All right. Boats. It's about boats?
I think that's a really good starting point, a really good jumping off point.
All right. So I think we've talked about this before, but we need to put ourselves in the Cars universe.
Oh,
But
that's a
here's the
given.
thing. I don't want us to be boats. I want us to be cars. I
That's
think
fair. That's probably more job security.
yeah, I think we're gonna be cars. And in this movie, we're gonna be the straight man. We're gonna be the people that things happen to. I like that as a premise.
Sort of like
We're
the
just gonna be
audience entry point. Like we are the ones who don't really understand what's happening.
yeah,
Is that where you're getting at? Okay, okay.
absolutely. We're gonna be strangers to this world of boats. We're gonna I think we're gonna do something where we get onto some boats. We're cars, we get on some boats, and then we go on a journey. And it's a journey of self-discovery and also aquatic discovery.
Literal aquatic discovery.
Yes.
Okay, okay. So are we like marine biologists? Are we? Is it like a 20,000 leagues under the sea sort of deal, or what
All
are you
right,
thinking here?
so for this premise, I kind of like the idea of us just not explaining what we are or what we're doing.
That's
Because I
fair.
love. All right, so I've been reading some Brandon Sanderson novels, and in his Cosmere universe, he's got characters that are world jumpers, and they just go in between each of these stories, and these stories they're connected by themes and a common universe, but they're on different planets that have no like noticeable connection other than like the world jumpers and the like other magics of this universe. And I like the
Sure.
idea of you and I being world jumpers in this universe.
Okay, so like it's literally you and I, or have we always been cars?
Yes.
Is I guess what I'm saying.
I
Or
think it's you and I. We somehow are in this universe. We don't need to explain it. We don't need to explain that we are two humans who landed in the Cars universe. I just want that to be a true statement, and I want it to be something we don't explain, but if you like look for it, you can figure it out.
yeah, the loyal Kachat listeners will be able to pick that out, but the general population, it'll fly right over their heads, like an Easter egg,
And
almost.
I need it to be something along the lines of we need to get somewhere, so we take a boat and we're exploring and we're trying to meet probably Lightning McQueen because why not?
Yeah, sure.
Lightning McQueen has a big race coming up and it's somewhere across an ocean and we need to take a boat to get there.
Okay, what if it's Lightning still has his big race? He still needs to get to the big race, but Lightning has been lost in some sort of ship or plane crash. He's somewhere on
Nice.
some island out in the ocean, and we need to find him to get him to the race.
All right. Boats finding McQueen.
Ooh, ooh, that's a powerful subtitle.
Yep. All right, so it's you and me. We're on a journey. We don't explain that we're new to this universe entirely, but it's going to be clear that we're at least new to this boat universe because we're going to be surprised and wondering at everything, and we're going to be like asking these questions like, "Oh, what's going on with this boat and all this stuff?" And it's going to be us exploring a new culture, and we're trying to go on an adventure. And Lucas, I don't think there's a single chance that we can do this without making it a pirate adventure.
Yeah, I was gonna say we gotta get a little piratey.
Like it'll be
Like
somewhat
that.
modern piratey, but I'm thinking we can do some just straight up pirates because why not?
Okay. Yeah, sure, It's
Yep.
our movie.
It's our movie. We're doing pirates. All right. So
So when you
we're.
say pirates, are we talking like classic like pirate ship with like sails and whatnot?
I'm thinking we have some like modern boat pirates, but then as the story goes on, it becomes more and more fantastical. We go through the Bermuda Triangle, and next thing you
Yes.
know, we're looking for Lightning McQueen because he got lost, and we find out that he was lost through time. So we're on a
Yes,
modern boat,
Johnny.
and we find some old, like ancient pirate boats, and we're just trying to survive. Oh boy, this is gonna be so good. This is gonna be so good. Okay, so we gotta find Lightning McQueen. We like, all right. So that's the basic premise, right? We're finding Lightning McQueen,
Okay.
pirate adventure
Yes.
on the seven seas. All right, there's gonna be some
Now,
magic.
would well, that's a given,
Yeah.
seeing as we're going back in time and are also universe jumpers.
Yep. But the
Uh,
universe jumpers, we're not gonna explain. It's gonna be you have to
oh
look
yeah.
for it. Yeah. Okay.
So are you imagining we're on like one boat the whole time, or we have like a like motley crew of several boats in like a search party? What are you thinking? What are you thinking about our supporting cast here?
There are several boats. We are primarily on one. We will have to get on and off of
Yes.
this boat to explore islands, but we'll always go back to our trusty friend boat. And okay, so we've already discussed that there's a deceased category. I think we need a tragedy, and I think somewhere in the middle of this, we need to lose our best friend boat. I think this needs to happen.
Oh no! How did I already get attached to him, Johnny?
I don't know, but we lose our best friend boat. And it crushes us, but we have to persevere and find lightning. And there are many boats, and we like happen upon another boat that's going to help us out through the rest of the movie. But we do have to leave our dear friend behind.
At the bottom of the sea. Gosh,
Yeah,
dying as a boat would not be ideal.
because here's the thing: you get exploded as a boat, even if you survive, you're going to drown.
Yeah, because they need to breathe. We've established that they do breathe.
Yeah. We could do some weird stuff with like sea monsters because submarines and whatnot.
Yeah, I was about to ask. You think we got a submarine friend? Or submarines are like purely antagonists.
I think submarines are friendly until the Bermuda Triangle. We need at least one
Okay,
submarine monster. And I'm also
yeah,
thinking,
maybe that's the secret of the Bermuda Triangle is they've got
yeah.
submarine who likes to shoot down people. This is like a real jerk.
All right, so we have our premise. Now let's talk about basic storytelling structure. All right, so everyone loves a classic story, like good old Star Wars. First step in the hero's journey, which so many stories follow. All right, call to adventure. Our call to adventure. We have to receive something that says Lightning McQueen has been lost. I think movie opens up and it's just like a news story. It says after days of searching, still no word on the location of Lightning McQueen. And then it's us. We're in a bar. We see the story, and then it's you and me. Like, you think he's ready, and then he said meet us. He said to meet him at like 2 o'clock. And we go outside and we meet our boat friend, Captain. Captain.
Yeah, honestly, Captain's a pretty great name for a boat
Yep. All right. So
in this
we
universe.
meet Captain and a few more rapscallion boats. We've got a demolition expert boat for some reason, or maybe a car that's on one of the
Oh
boats is a
yeah,
demolition expert. I don't know. I'm not clear on that. I think we need at least 3 boats.
I'm starting to get like an Atlantis vibe from this, which I'm really digging.
Yeah. All right. So yeah, we got another car that's a demolitions expert. We need
Yeah,
some like crew that are just like uh construction equipment. I like that.
yeah. We need like a mechanical expert. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah.
All right.
Maybe a boat with a crane on it.
We need a trader. We need a trader. the person who's going to cause Captain's sinking has got to be a car that's on the ship with us, is on Captain with us.
Okay, so another car? Okay.
I think it's got to be a sports car.
Oh yeah, a real jerk. He thinks he's almost like better than this adventure. He says, McQueen's old news.
What if it's...
Why do we need him?
Nah, it can't be Jackson Storm. Jackson Storm, like, they resolve him a little bit in the end of that. It's got to be a Jackson Storm type, though. It's got to be another race car, definitely another race car that doesn't want us to find Lightning McQueen. He's like talking on...
I think
he does news stories like, oh yeah, I'm going to help fund the mission to find Lightning McQueen. And his whole goal is to make sure no one does.
Okay, yeah. I could dig that.
All right.
Do you think we have any recurring characters? You think like Cruz or Mater's going to join us on this?
I don't think we get Mater for this one. We could get Cruz.
I think Cruz would be a good one.
Yeah. Cruz.
So Cruz is there.
Cruz, at the beginning of the story, Cruz washes up on shore. The boat, something happened.
Yes.
Cruz doesn't remember what happened, but she wants to help us find Lightning McQueen. All right.
And she could be almost like our tech person, because she could be like tracking the weird phone she had implanted in her mentor.
Oh, what if the villain is the Mudflap King from the third one?
Yes.
He's
100%.
He's got another racer, and that racer doesn't want to help find him, and he knows it, so he's like, hey, I need you to go on this mission and sabotage it. Oh, I love it. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so
could have a big confrontation scene at the end where we all charge in on him with Lightning and Cruz in tow.
It'll be great.
We just beat him up or something. Throw him out a window.
Yes, we just murder him. All right.
Yes.
So call to adventure. We see a news story, and we go out to meet Captain. And what's the bad guy? What's the race car bad guy is going to be named?
We've already got a character who plays off Lightning in Storm. Maybe we could do something like King instead of Queen, or Prince. I like Prince.
Prince. Wait, what about Jack Kingsley?
That's it.
Jack Kingsley.
Got it.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
So Jack Kingsley is also going with us. We need a helicopter friend. Because search and rescue, of course, you're going to have a helicopter friend.
A lot of characters in our boats movie aren't boats.
Well, the boats come later. We got we got Captain and his two buddies, and then we got like 40 pirates. Maybe actually only like 8.
Yeah, I don't. 40's a lot.
Supernatural aid. I think we got to give Cruz a weird supernatural connection to Lightning.
Okay.
Because when they were separated,
like maybe
it'll be the cell phone. But there will be a weird Bermuda Triangle cell phone thing where she just, if she like points herself and thinks about it, like her lights will direct her to where she needs to go. I like that.
What if her turn signals turn on?
Her turn signals.
So she has to turn.
Yeah.
Like, so she turns, and then when she's like facing the right direction, then her beams.
Yeah, her high beams will just. I like that. She's our compass. Okay. So that's our supernatural aid. Threshold Guardians. We need some sort of trouble actually getting going. Something like there are a few like Coast Guard ships that are like, we can't allow you to do the search. There's going to be a storm coming in soon, and we can't allow that. That's one of the Threshold Guardian.
I could also see like maybe Captain's like, I'm out of the game, but you're the best in the biz, Captain. Something like that, like. He's a little hesitant.
Yeah. I don't know why, but I want Captain to be younger.
Okay.
I want Captain...
I was more seeing him as, like, the Obi-Wan in this hero's journey.
I think...
But are you seeing him more of as a Han Solo?
I'm thinking he's more of a Han Solo. I think it... Well, except instead of him being hesitant, he really wants to, and the guy above him doesn't want him to. Like, come on, man. You're too young.
Okay.
You've only gone on 2 rescue missions before, and that was with me, and we both know that I can't make it anymore. And he's like got some sort of injury that keeps him permanently docked.
That's very sad, but okay.
Yeah. Oh no, it was the guy who was carrying Lightning and Cruz. He's injured, and he needs to be repaired, and it's going to take several weeks to get him repaired. It's Captain's father. It's Captain's father for sure.
John, we could have a fun little thing where when his father finally like lets him go. He says, "Look at me. You're the captain now."
Uh,
Yeah?
it's too good. Like,
Yeah?
his name can't be Captain, but everyone calls him Captain because of that. All right, I like it.
Yes.
Unless Captain is his last name.
Yeah, but I think we could still keep in my good reference to the to Captain
Absolutely.
Phillips.
Look at me. Look at me. You are the captain now. That's good.
Nice.
We could even name the father like Philip.
Yes. We could get Tom Hanks. He
All right.
already does voices for Pixar.
Yeah, that's true. All right. So they push out beside like in spite of the whole there's going to be a storm, you guys can't make it and this is your first time, I can't let you do that. So mentor and helper. Uh one of the other two boats that's going with captain is going to be Philip's like right-hand man, right-hand boat,
Okay.
and he's going to be like guiding him along the way. He the reason he's not leading the mission has got to be something like he's been through something that makes him really hesitant to take any sort of leadership role.
I'm almost imagining like a smaller boat, like a tugboat or like an old fishing boat or something. Someone who's not like
Yeah, an old fishing boat.
yeah. Maybe he
All
got caught
right.
in a big storm once, and that's what's making him hesitant. He lost good men or something.
Ah, like he was in a big storm where Philip and he like were in it, and
Mhm.
they lost like Philip's brother.
Ooh,
No,
Uncle
Philip's
Joe.
sister. Philip's sister and this young fishing boat. He was married or dating in love with this sister who we're definitely going to find later on in the story.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh
boy,
yeah.
I just realized that the saving the princess is going to be like for sure lightning.
Oh yeah. Lightning's the princess in this. He
All right,
can't handle
so
being on an island. Want to give him a name?
the fishing boat, Fisher.
Sure. Fisher Boatman.
Fisher
Got
Netley.
it.
Fisher Boatman. All right, Fisher Boatman. We meet the mentor, and then crossing the threshold is there's going to be a storm coming, and Captain's not supposed to do this, but we all end up leaving, and we get around those two thresholds. Tests allies and
Yes.
enemies is allies. The test is going to be that like a lot of people want to turn back because of the storm that's about to happen. The storm can be a test, and the enemy can be like we find out about uh, Jack Kingsley being. We don't find out, but like the audience finds out that he's a bad guy.
Ooh, he does like a little soliloquy or he could just report back to the guy, be like, they trust me completely.
All right, and also this is when we have like we're already in the special world, so we need to have reached the Bermuda Triangle, right? Like right after crossing the threshold. So
Sure.
we're into the Bermuda Triangle tests, and then 7 is approach, and the approach is the giant storm that happens at the same time we're getting to the Bermuda Triangle, and we like have a really rough go at it. And during this like terrifying storm nightmare sequence, I'm thinking we see in the background when lightning strikes, you just like these older, creepier
Lightning
boats.
strikes.
I like it. I like it because that's going to allude to the pirates.
Yeah.
Oh no, forget it. We gotta. This is the approach, and then 8 is ordeal, death, and rebirth. All right, so this is going to be when the pirates first show up during the storm, and
Mm-hmm.
all right, so this is probably going to be like maybe a third to a halfway through the movie, and this is going to be when we lose our good buddy Captain. We need to spend a
Yeah.
lot of time developing our relationship with Captain, and then
Oh yeah. We're maybe a little at odds at first, you know. We're not on the same wavelength, but through our journey, we come to respect each other and what we bring to the table. Which I'm not really sure what you and I are bringing to this search party, but that's something we can figure out in a minute.
all right, so ordeal, death, and rebirth. The pirates attack, and Jack Kingley he does something that betrays our location, or something, and he like makes sure that a boat that isn't the one he's on. I'm guessing. Uh oh oh no, Fisher Boatman. He's going to be on Fisher Boatman, and he's going to like shoot up a flare, but make sure it lands near the boat that we're on, Captain. And because of that, the pirates attack
Yeah.
our boat specifically, and it makes Fisher.
Yeah.
It breaks Fisher's heart so much.
Oh, there could be a flashback back to that night,
Mm-hmm.
that fated night where he lost his wife. Was it his wife he lost?
His wife and or girlfriend /
Josephine Phillips.
Josephine Phillips.
Sure.
All right, Josephine Phillips. Wait, that would actually just make the main character's name Captain Phillips.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm aware.
Okay. So during that attack, Captain takes a lot of damage, and then we end up like washing up on shore, and Captain, he's very much worse for wear. We have to say our goodbyes, and we're getting on shore, and we're like, hey, we're gonna come back for you. You're gonna make it, okay? You're gonna make it. And then we have to like go on exploring for a bit, which brings us to step 9: reward / seizing the sword.
I imagine that it's very clear that Captain has, like, you and I pass out or something or fall into the water, and it's very clear that Captain has spent almost the last of his strength saving the two of us. You know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He gives his rest to save us, which is going to be like a big completion moment for his father saying, "You're not ready to save anyone."
Ooh,
and we can have like a little bit of a scene. We can have a little bit of a oh, we can portray him as being like an arrogant, self-absorbed guy who seems like he only is interested in the glory and he wouldn't sacrifice. And then we show him as exactly the kind of guy who's willing to sacrifice.
And in this moment, Fisher Boatman looks over, lightning strikes. He sees the determined look on Captain. And in that moment where lightning strikes, you see it almost flash. Is that his father, or is that him? Fisher sees the great man, the great ideals that his father has passed on, and sees his father within him. And this whole time, Fisher has been at odds with him, saying, "You'll never be your father. Your father was such a great man." But Fisher comes to respect him in that moment.
Okay, so instead, it's not his father's face, but his aunt's face, because his aunt used to actually be the leader, and
yes.
She ended up dying on like the first mission they decided to take out Captain, and she died protecting Captain.
Oh, he blames him.
So like this entire time, Fisher's been thinking, if it weren't for this little kid, she wouldn't have had to have sacrificed herself. And then she sees his willingness to sacrifice himself. Oh boy,
that's good.
So good.
That's real good. I assume the island we washed up on is miraculously the island Lightning McQueen is on.
Yes. And
Cruz is here.
And she's like, as soon as we all wake up, like we like get our senses ready, and then she's got like a weird vision where her like lights start flashing like crazy, and then direct her where to go. And then we just follow her, and gets us to step 9: reward seizing the sword. We find Lightning.
Yes.
All right. We find Lightning.
How has Lightning handled being stranded on an island for several days? Because I imagine he probably wouldn't handle that too well. That could be maybe a bit of comic relief.
I think he's got a flat tire.
The heavy scenes.
I think he's got a flat tire, and he's just like struggling. We have to give him some sort of beard. We have to. We have to find a way to give him a beard. Or if it's only been a few days, maybe stubble and it's just sand.
That's good. That's very good.
Like his face is dirty with sand.
And I think it's clear that it has only been like 2 or 3 days, but he's got like, I don't know, like his spare tire is out and it's painted like Wilson from Castaway, and he's already clearly gone very, very much a little insane.
No, he's got his spare tire. He's got a spare tire on like his back left tire, and his flat tire is the one that he's painted to be Wilson.
That's good. Lots of Tom Hanks movie references here.
Absolutely. All right. So I like this. He crawls out of the forest once we find him. It's like, oh wow, guys, wow. It's great.
That was great, John.
Uh, uh, all right. And then like at the same time we find him, Fisher Boatman pulls up and he's just like berating the uh, Jack Kingsley for what he did and how he caused the pirates to all go to Captain.
Oh yeah.
And then he like finds a way to force Jack onto the island. Is like, I'm not gonna carry you anymore. I'm gonna go back to shore and I'm gonna call someone else to get you, but I can't with you
I
anymore.
like to think he's a fishing boat, so maybe he's got like one of those big crab cages, and he's somehow gotten Jack Kingsley into that, and he just like slings him on shore, doesn't even let him out of the cage, you know?
Yeah, and our helicopter friend had to have been on the other boat so he can survive, but he's just like searching the island for us, and we can get like a bunch of like weird POV shots from him that show like us like running through the forest from whatever dangers there are.
Yeah,
I like that. We'll just use him for interesting shots and some like funny quips. That'll work. But then our helicopter friend gets to Fisher, is like, hey, they're still on the island. I found them. We're gonna have to do this one at a time, but our other boat friend, who we don't talk about much,
who is here?
I can go get him. I'm gonna go get him, and we're all gonna carry them out. But we need you to lead us back because Captain was the only one who knew the way.
Bit poor planning on our part, but hindsight's 2020, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so I like this. It gets Fisher to be the leader that he was always supposed to be.
Oh, of course.
The road back. So we have to. This is a point in which I'm thinking we're going back, but at the same time, Jack is hunting us somehow.
Okay, he's gotten out of.
We find out.
He's maybe called in some more resources to get him off the island or something.
He's got a GPS.
Yeah.
And this is where we bring in the submarines. There are some submarines that he's called in, and they're coming in. They're gonna like just destroy the island. So they're gonna destroy the island.
So they're like nuclear submarines.
Absolutely.
They're shooting nukes at us or what? But we're already off the island. They don't know yet.
No, we're on the island.
Okay.
They're just coming to destroy the island. And we gotta.
That's our time crunch.
Like we have to get off the island before. Yeah.
Got it.
Race to get off the island. And his whole thing is he's trying to make sure that we can't get off the island. And he's through that forest. And it gets to the point where Fisher is the one who ends up having to like get specifically the three of us off of the island just before, or the four of us? Yeah, the four of us off the island just before. And it's going to be rough because he's too small to carry us all.
If only there was another boat.
I think the other boat has to be lost.
Okay,
I think that has to be it.
Yeah.
For some reason, during the storm, it got separated from us. And it's outside of the Bermuda Triangle. All right, so Fisher, he's going to be, his self-sacrificing moment is going to be when he's trying to bring us all back, but we're too much, and it's like forcing him under, and he's trying really hard, but he's really struggling to breathe. It's going to be real emotional.
Yes.
We need more pirates.
So is Captain dead by this point, or is that a question mark we still
have?
That
brings us to 11, because 10 is the road back.
Okay.
That's us going on the road back. 11 is the resurrection.
Hell yeah.
You know this boat that was lost? He wasn't actually lost.
Yes.
He found Captain and has been helping him the entire time, trying to like bring him back to somewhere safe, and he called for like help, and he got him to a safe area, and then like Captain's on the intercom telling us where we need to go and what we need to do to avoid certain things, and helicopter and Captain and the third boat, who we have yet to name, let's just call him Carl.
I think since he helped Captain out of that jam, I think it'd be good if he was like a tugboat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Let's see. Tugboat. No.
Call him Tucker.
Uh,
Call him Tucker.
Tugger boat.
Tugger Boatley.
No. Tugger boatman. No. Man, it's hard to name cars and boats.
I think Tucker works instead of Tugger.
Yes.
Right, his name's
Yeah, I don't.
Tucker. So Tucker is it's Tucker, Captain, and our helicopter friend like communicating back and forth. Tucker is having to like navigate to try and find us before the second time crunch of Fisher ends up not being able to pull us anymore because we weigh too much and he's being forced under. And he's having to find us, but also he's having to navigate his way around pirate ships. And at the same time, we need something to do with the pirate ships and the submarines interacting. I don't know how.
I think the pirate ships could be like spectral.
Mhm.
You know, they're like the ghosts that inhabit this area, and the submarines are being sent by our oil tycoon or whoever, the mudflap guy. Yes, I think we could purposely lead the submarines to the pirates. You
Mhm.
know, we're not avoiding them. That's where we're trying to get, because maybe the ghost pirates are very jealous of this new technology of like these boats that run with engines, but we show them these submarines
Mhm.
and they go blind with rage, and somehow they the two enemies turn on each other, you know,
Mhm.
and then we get away while they do. Or maybe even the ghost ships, you know, just completely demolish the submarines and are like, thank you for bringing us this offering.
All
They
right.
could be more old gods,
More
like
old
the
gods.
trains.
Ah. All right. So I was also thinking some of the spectral pirate boats could just be sunken pirate boats, and that's how they interact with some of the submarine. Is that like
Oh yeah, they're under the water. Yeah.
Yep. So like it's this weird horror scene where these uh, villainous submarines are headed towards the area, and we also need one good submarine too. And the good submarine is like able to, for some reason, see these people through the sonar, but they aren't able to see him. And he is the one leading them towards the ghostly sunken pirate ships. And speaking of
Yeah, okay.
ghostly sunken ships, time for our very not fun fact of the day. All right.
Okay.
The very not fun fact of the day comes from allthat'sinteresting.com. Did you know that the Titanic was equipped to carry 64 lifeboats and it only carried 20?
I probably did know that. Liz is very, very much into the Titanic. Gosh, they could have done a lot to avoid that tragedy.
Most lifeboats were not even filled to capacity.
Yep.
Yep. So that's our very not fun fact of the day.
You've delivered.
All right.
As you said you would.
Okay. So back to this hero's journey. We got our submarine
Yes.
friend leading the other ones towards the ghost ships. We've got some of the other ghost ships taking care of some villainous ships that we're gonna need. Some boats and ships that are gonna just be like trying to retrieve Jack while at the same time stopping us. And the pirate ships are going to be used to our advantage thanks to communication between Captain and our helicopter friend and Tucker.
Blade.
Yes.
Yes.
Our really, really edgy, voiced by Jason Statham.
Yeah, he's our bad boy.
Voiced by Jason Statham for sure.
Yes.
All right. So that's the resurrection as you find out that Lightning's fine, Captain's fine. All right. Well, Captain's not fine. He's hurt, and I want it to be like hurt in a very similar way to his father.
Be a parallel between Lightning and Doc's crash similarities, you know?
So Tucker's gonna end up doing a lot of like terrifying maneuvers where he's dodging fire from these pirates, but he's also getting the fire to go toward the other evil boats.
Yes.
We need an evil boat too. We need like a captain of the evil boats.
Of the evil boats or the spectral boats?
Both. We need someone who's in charge of the submarines and ships that are trying to intercept us, and we need someone who is just like the dread pirate something.
I think we could go just straight Davy Jones. you know?
It's Davy Jones.
Like it's straight up Davy Jones,
It's straight up Davy
but
Jones.
he's a boat.
Yep. And I'm pretty sure Davy Jones is clear to use because everyone uses them.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
yeah, he's a legend.
Yep. And then we've got
Wolf.
Wolf. Just
Yeah,
Wolf.
he's the head submarine.
Like, he's got a completely different name. No, it's got to be a boat because the movie is boats.
Submarines are kind of boats.
Yeah. Okay. We got, like, he's got another name. It's like George Whitley or something. And he just goes by Wolf.
Yes. I
Nice.
think there's like a Wolf class submarine or something is why I thought of that. I don't know. Don't know that
Nice.
though.
All right. So Wolf. He's the head honcho of the bad guys. There's Davy Jones. And there's Captain Tucker and Fisher. All right.
And Blade.
And Blade, but I was talking about boats.
Oh, yeah. So we got a good number of boats.
All right. And then is the return with the elixir, which is just we come back.
Lightning.
Yeah. And we got lightning. And also we know more about this weird fantastical pirate land of the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah. Boats 2, we go back. We conquer it. I don't know.
Yes. All right. I like it.
Yeah, I dig that.
I like this story. Okay. I think now is a good time for our fun fact.
Okay.
Fun fact of the day. We can credit World War II for making cars that can swim. That's on popularmechanics.com. I directly read that. Apparently in like the 1960s, that's when like aquatic cars started appearing.
Like submarine cars or like the duck boat? The ones that can just drive and become a boat.
I think
basically.
like that. Because this is just,
yeah.
I'm looking at a picture of just a regular looking car that's in water.
Nice. Cool.
Yeah. That's the fun fact of the day.
World War II? No.
Nope. Thanks, that era of time specifically in regards to aquatic vehicles.
Thanks, like some scientists and engineers. Yeah. Thanks to you.
Okay. So that's our story. Now let's go for characters. Let's just talk about the characters. We need it to be centered around boats, but we need to be also somehow protagonists in this.
It's a sticky wicket we've put ourselves in.
The main characters, we're going to have like probably a good cast of 10 main characters.
Sure.
You, me, Cruz.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have Captain, Fisher, Tucker. All right. Then we got Blade. We got Wolf. We've got Jack Kingsley.
Jack Kingsley, yeah.
We've got the billionaire from the first movie, but I don't know if he's going to be a main character. He's just going to be like the guy behind it all.
Yeah. We defeat Jack, but we don't necessarily defeat him, you know?
Like, we can have a scene where he's being arrested because of like evidence of involvement, but that's just going to be what it is. It's going to be a small thing. Davy Jones, going to be a big character. All right, how many is that? Is that 10?
I wasn't counting. I assumed you were.
I think that was close.
Yeah,
do we have anyone else that we really need to put in? Because there's going to be other, like, definitely big characters like Josephine and...
Yeah, I was about to ask about Josephine.
Josephine and Philip.
Philip Captains.
Philip Captains. Yep.
Josephine and Philip Captains, brother and sister. Cool.
And Charlie Captains.
Yes, Chuck. We call him Chuck.
We call him Captain.
Well, yeah. You're right.
All right. All right. I like that. I like this. This is good.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about casting those characters. Who's going to play...
Okay,
you and me, obviously, we're us. We've already got Cruz Ramirez.
Mm-hmm.
We need Captain. We need it to be a really charming guy who also plays like a convincing, like, really into himself, but like also can be, Chris Hemsworth.
I was thinking either Hemsworth or Evans would both be good.
I don't know. I really like Evans. I think both, honestly.
Yeah.
I think
we'll see who we can get, you know?
Yeah. We'll get... No, I think what we'll do is Every good guy is named Chris. There's a famous person named Chris.
Okay, okay.
I like it. Okay, so Captain, I'm really stuck on who. Is it Hemsworth or Evans that I want to play Captain?
I'm really feeling Evans for captain.
He already plays Captain America.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
Disney owns Captain America.
Chris Evans. He's gonna play Captain.
Yeah, he can do arrogant.
Yep. Honestly, I think let's go for Christopher Hemsworth being Fisher. We're gonna try and like
Okay.
make him sound a little older. We're gonna try and do older, but he's gonna be like a gruff guy who needs to like accept that like just because he's got a troubled past doesn't mean he can't like push through it.
Sure. Yeah.
All right. And then with we could do Chris Pratt as Tucker because he's like lovable goofball who ends up becoming a hero by the end. Blade.
You said you
will
wanted
be-
Jason Statham, but I think we need a Chris since we're
Yeah. All right. So if we're doing all Chris's, then it's going to be Chris Pine.
yeah. That's the only
And-
other one I can think of.
It's going to be Jason Statham if it's not Chris Pine.
Yeah, he'll be our alternate, our backup.
If we decide that naming everyone, well, only having Chris's is not a good idea. All right. So I like that. All right. So who else do we need?
We need Jack Kingsley is, I think, a good place to jump to.
Jack Kingsley. All right. So I want an Army Hammer type because I want him to seem like Jackson Storm.
Yeah.
All right. Actually, no, I kind of like the idea of him being like a bit more of a goof. He's a bad guy, but he's like, ha ha, look at this dummy. We could do, oh shoot. What if we did Will Arnett?
Yeah, I could dig that.
Will Arnett.
I'm a big Will fan.
Okay, so we do Will Arnett. He's the bad guy. He's a real mean guy, but also like goofy things happen to him. He's gonna
Yeah, that
really
could be
struggle
fun.
with driving on the sand.
Cruz will be all over it, though. Cruz
Oh
knows.
yeah.
Cruz gets it.
You and I are gonna have a lot of trouble keeping up with Cruz because she's gonna know all about how to drive on sand. It'll be great. Also, she's a race car and we're just two regular cars.
Yeah.
All right. Who do we want to be Wolf? Because I'm thinking Idris Elba. Because I love me some Idris Elba.
You know, yeah, I can't think of anyone better than that.
Man,
can do
Idris
gruff
Elba's
real
voice
well.
is so good. Okay, so he's Wolf. I like it. Who do we want to play Davy Jones? Because I'm all about just casting Bill Nye again.
Was he? I was about to ask who played him in Pirates of the Caribbean. Was it Bill Nye?
It was Bill Nye.
Yeah, he did it great once. Do
Yeah.
the exact same performance again, please.
Nathan Fillion's going to be reprising his role. Who do we want to be Josephine?
Who played the Wasp's mom in Ant-Man and the
Ah,
Wasp?
shoot. I know. Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yes, I think she'd be great for that.
Counteroffer, Kristen Stewart.
She seems a little young for it.
Oh, it's back in
But then again, so does Chris Hemsworth.
it's back in time. Like she died when Captain was real young, and also
Oh, we're not having her come back anymore? Okay.
yeah, and it's
Okay.
another Chris.
Okay. Okay, I see what you did. Yeah, okay, I'll give it to you. I think Kristen Stewart, she's hot right now. She's in Charlie's Angels. She'd be a good get.
Would be a good get. All right, so we got Kristen Stewart, and wait a minute,
I think that's everyone.
we still need to cast the father.
Philip Captains?
Yep.
I'm still on Tom Hanks. I think that'd be a really good
Are we
joke.
not saying he's a good guy though?
Oh, I think my joke that he's Captain Phillips is better than your joke that they're all named Chris.
True, but we could do. Okay, we've got Christoph Waltz.
I mean, Walken's.
We got to throw Christoph Waltz, and we got to throw Christopher Walken in there somewhere.
I think Christopher Walken's good for Philip Captain.
No, I think we'll go with Tom Hanks. We'll go with Tom Hanks. He's not really a protagonist. He's just in the story. He's a good guy, but like he's not one of the good guys.
Yeah, he's just injured at the beginning, and he'll do great. Tom Hanks does great work.
We could have Christoph Waltz or Christopher Walken be Fisher. We could have Chris Hemsworth and any other Chris's can be just other characters that are like also in the movie that we haven't thought of yet.
Yeah,
It'll work. I want Christoph Waltz in there.
we'll have them on retainer just in case we we write a character for them.
We'll just write characters for them. We'll figure this out. It'll work.
Yeah, we got it.
All right.
This is only our initial pitch.
Mhm.
So
we haven't
we'll figure out.
we haven't put pen to paper yet.
In the room.
All right.
Yeah.
I think it's time we stop for a second and we ask a question from Liz.
Fantastic. If you haven't heard a question from Liz before, if this is your first episode or something, John's married to a woman named Lizzie. I'm dating a woman named Liz. And sometimes they give us questions and we answer them. And by sometimes, I mean every episode.
All right. So this is a question from Liz.
I thought that was pretty good.
Try and guess which Liz it comes from. The question from Liz this week is, when boats get a lot of oil in them, do they call it bloating or boating?
Oh, that's a good question from Liz. Thank you to Liz.
What's your answer? What do you think?
I think they call it a big old mess.
I mean, there are oil tankers.
What do you think, Joe?
Oil tankers, so like it's got to be a normal thing. But if you're like over full, bloating or boating, I feel like you gotta call it bloating, because if it's boating, that's just what you do. It's like running or walking.
Yeah, I think we can agree on that.
I know what it is. They call it boat bloat.
Okay.
Boat bloat. That's it. There's the winner.
Sure. Yeah.
All right.
Got it.
So.
And that's another question answered.
Absolutely. All right. So we got to throw in some goofs in this movie before we finish this up. What are some goofs we want? I like the idea of Jack Kingsley not being able to like move at all because sand.
I like the idea. It's a running joke of like, especially like Blade and Fisher keep asking the two of us, so why are you here? Or what purpose are you serving in the search party?
Like someone's going to point out. So Cruz is the person who's able to find him, and also the only one who can drive on sand, and also the only one who actually personally knows him. And Blade, he can see from above, and we're transporting everyone. Why are you two here?
Oh yeah, and it gets increasingly frustrating.
Yeah. For
all of them, like it is. I imagine we almost never serve a purpose to helping rescue.
We are definitely like R2D2 and C3PO, but somehow less useful.
Oh yeah, even R2 like delivers that message, and C3PO can translate.
Yeah, C3PO can, but does not translate because he doesn't need to, because everyone speaks English.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, we're gonna be less useful R2D2 and C3PO.
Nice.
Which one do you want to be?
Ooh, I'll take C3PO. I feel like you want R2.
I do want R2.
Yeah.
I think Blade has to be serious like all of the time.
To the point where it's really silly, Yeah. Yeah.
But also like I want something subtle, like someone's like, so what are we eating tonight? And like he suggests something just like super, super out there, like super just weird. Like he suggests that we only eat grapes because that's the only thing you need to survive.
Yeah, I could dig that.
And we find out he's just like super into grapes.
Sure. That's Blade's character quirk. He loves him some grapes. I think Tucker's thing is, as a tugboat, he really just wants to tug people around, and no one will let him. They're like, "Oh no, we're already boats. I don't mind if y'all are getting tired. I can just attach myself. I don't know how tugboats work."
For sure, he's gonna be like, "Come on, Philip Captains. I can tug you. That's my whole thing." He's like, "I am a completely capable boat. I just need some repairs. Don't you dare do that to me."
And then when he finally does tug Captain, it's like this really sweet scene where he pulls up on Captain and he thinks he's dead and he starts crying, but then you hear like a very weak voice from Captain saying like, I think I'm gonna need that tug, Tucker, or something like that.
I like it. I like it. Oh, it's gonna be so heartwarming too. Oh boy.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Mm-hmm.
I think for our initial pitch, I think that's a good number of goofs. I think we've populated it pretty well.
Lucas, we are the Cars experts. We've seen Cars too. That's not nearly enough goofs. But we'll
Yeah, but
fix
we're
most
on
of the
the
rest in
pitch floor.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
have most of the other goofs in like when we're actually writing it down. We're writing it.
I think we've come up with a really great movie.
A really solid movie, a great one.
I've already downloaded this episode onto a flash drive, and I think we should go ahead and send it to Disney.
Absolutely. I'm only surprised that you haven't yet.
That's fair enough. I need to get on the ball.
For all of you listeners, just to let you know, Lucas tends to take care of most of the business around here, and I really appreciate that.
Thank you, Johnny. That's very nice of you. But yeah, I'm sure you're listening. You've made it this far, Disney executives, who we know the name of. We're just not going to say.
Yeah, because we're not going to name drop like that. That'd be rude.
Yeah. But thank you for listening this far. You can send us a check. We both have Venmo, so like if that's how you want to do this, go ahead. And we can move forward.
Before you listen to any of that, I'm going to need you all to sign an NDA. Yeah, just real quick. So...
Our various listeners?
Every single person involved in anything to do with cars.
Anyway, you want to wrap this one up?
Please remember to comment. Please rate. Please subscribe. Email. Tweet. Any and everything. That would all be very appreciated.
Yeah, you can follow us on Twitter at ThickaChat. You can email us thickachat@gmail.com. Yeah, tell a friend.
Oh, please tell a
That'd
friend.
be cool.
We're just... Word of mouth is great for something starting out like this.
It is.
Until next time, remember to float like a Cadillac.
And sting like a Beamer.
Pew, 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 pew.